Yep, it's who you think it is. Well, assuming you know who this is at all. Indiana Jones Adventure Series. This Adventure Series, it should be Indiana Jones and the Raider of the Lost Ark. That's what movie this guy is from. This is Major Arnold Toht. Toht, however you want to say his name. Adventure Series. So, here, there are other characters. There's the priest guy, I don't remember his name. Indiana Jones, that guy, her. Honestly, I only really ever watch these movies for Indiana Jones. I don't really care about anyone else in the movies, unfortunately. But I guess the whole point of this series is to kind of bring back characters from each individual movie. There is apparently another Indiana Jones coming out soon. Like, Harrison Ford, I love you, but man, you gotta retire. Settle down, man. Chill out. But here we have it. If you get all 5 figures, you can build an artifact. You can build the Covenant. The Covenant? Whatever you want to call it. Indiana Jones and the Lost Ark. Plastic-free packaging. Very interesting. Yeah, we'll see. Plastic-free, I mean, there's tape. Does tape count? Includes... You have Toht himself and the very well-known scene of when they open... Oh, there you go. There's the moment before his face melts off. This box actually has more to hold than it appears. This dude's got a big old mouth. He's got a big old... big mouth bass mouth. But I love this guy. He was so evil and conniving, like, yeah. That's the best way to describe him, honestly, is those sounds. But, yeah, him and this guy's face gets melted off. Great scene. But let's crack it open and see. I bought this just because anytime there's like movie figures where there's like Nazis involved, quite frankly, they're hard to find after a while because either people don't want to buy them, they don't make a lot, or everyone's buying them and then they disappear forever. Same thing with like the Red Skull, although technically the Red Skull wasn't, like, yes, he was a Nazi, but he didn't like Hitler. Red Skull did not like Hitler. He thought Hitler was less than, let's just say. Actually, let's open it from the bottom. Disney. Really? Oh yeah, I guess so. Indiana Jones just came on Disney recently. So this is plastic free. Choking hazards. Don't swallow his hand. Don't swallow his face. Oh, ooh, ooh. Interesting. Is that everything? Yes, it is. It's kind of neat packaging, actually. So I'm assuming this is a piece of the Covenant, and this is him. He's like a little doll, all wrapped up and cuddly. And then, yeah, build an artifact. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. So he has a side piece, she has a side piece. He comes with the handles, the top and the bottom, and the Egyptian-looking statues or angels on top. Okay, if I see Indiana, I'll definitely get him. I mean, this was on sale, so maybe if they're still in Toys R Us at the end of next month, which I highly doubt, maybe I'll grab the rest just to get the Ark. Oh, look at that. It's like, it was, well, before I ripped it, it's like sealed. Interesting. I kind of like that type of packaging. Oh. Oh, dear. His Luger. And there we go. That's his piece. of the arc. It's actually not too bad feeling, and it's pretty well painted, actually. But for now, that's kind of a bit useless. I guess we'll take a look at this. So, yeah, his face literally melts off. Like, it melts off. I think they used a wax head to do this effect over a fake skull or a real skull. I don't quite remember. It was actually pretty gruesome. I'm glad I didn't watch it as a child, or I would have been scarred for life. And then you can't really tell what's going on with his hand. I don't even think I can tell with my own eyes, no. But essentially, that is supposed to be an amulet that falls into a fire pit, and his dumbass reaches out and grabs it while it's still red hot. And you have his hat, which is squishy. Actually, it's quite squishy. Fedora, I guess, if you want to call it that. And his Luger, very small. And he is mummified in this plastic packaging. I actually like this. I remember I got a Magic the Gathering bundle once, and the cards were in the similar type of packaging, but a lot thicker, because this is quite easy to rip. As you can see, like, his shoe rips through it, but yeah, I actually like that a lot. Oh dear. So here he is. Does he actually have... No. So he is Gestapo. Does this come off? Oh, it does. So this comes right off. That's pretty nice. Although I don't think you ever see him dressed like this. So he is supposed to be like SS Gestapo, a bad guy. He's kind of following Indiana Jones around, trying to get the relics needed to open up the Ark, get the Ark, open it up, and supposedly doing that, win the war, win World War II. That's like the whole premise of the movie, really. He looks like he's quite flexible. This is all this type of rubber, like his hat, and kind of like this. This is much thicker, and this is a bit thinner. But then the rest of him is kind of flexible. I'm always weary of toys that can bend. I'm like, oh god, it's gonna break. And this was the last one there. Like, there was tons of others, but this was the last Toht. And of course, oh, this is it. No, I'm so scared. It's gonna break. Oh, no. Why do they do this? Okay, so that one bends fine. There's probably like a piece of paint. Okay, there we go. Whew. So obviously this is for his gun, his little pistol, his tiny little gun. Very cute. Oh, his gun is even squishy. And his hand is quite squishy too, which I like, because a lot of figures make their hand quite solid, and then trying to get this stuff into their hand, sometimes you break it. It's kind of annoying. So good. So that bends. Does he have a pelvis, or whatever you want to call it? I don't... Excuse me, sir. I'm just seeing if you have a... It feels like there might be one there, but because he's wearing this jacket, I don't think you would ever get him to bend this way. So he's pretty much stuck like this. He's wearing a corset under there. His legs, though, move very easily outside the box. Very nice. And what about his knees? Okay, knees are good. For some reason, it rotates like this. I mean, I guess. Same thing there. His knees bend quite well. And he also has a bit of a forward-backward motion with his ankles, but I think they also roll. Yeah, his ankles roll. So he is kind of flexible. Not that this character ever really does anything that requires flexing. So obviously we have to replace his right hand because that's how you salute. Let's see if we... Oh! Okay, so this seems to be a hard piece of plastic, but hard piece of plastic, not always good. But luckily his hand is very malleable. Well, pretty malleable. And of course, his jacket. His jacket. And his goofy ass hat. There you go. And his big bass mouth. Big mouth bass mouth. And of course, this pose is, how do you want to call that? Iconic, maybe? It's in the movie. He burns his hand on the amulet when he picks it up like a dumbass, and then the next time you see... I think it's the next time you see him in the movie. You see him and he walks in and he goes, Heil Hitler. And he's exactly like this. He puts his hand out like this, and you can see he's got this gnarly burn on his hand. Which, spoiler, if you haven't seen this old as fuck movie yet. I mean, it's not that old. They use the imprint on his hand to, like, figure out where the arc is, essentially. And figure out what to do with it. But the problem is, they only got one side of it. Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 5... I don't know. His jacket's very nice. He is rather flexible. For the most part, all the details are there. They included his gun. They included his horrible melting face. If you really want to attach that to him, I honestly think they just included this because it's just such a scene in the movie. But on a scale of 1 to 5, I think I'll give him, or I'll give this figure like... It's hard. 3.5 hearts. Like, that's my rating system down in the description box. 3.5 hearts, I think. He is small, but I've seen figures like this big, more detailed and more accurate with less issues with them. Like, what is that? And his glasses are not this fucking thick in the movies. They're like the typical skinny, round glasses you see like any evil character wearing most of the time. So these are like way too thick. Those are practically goggles at this point, to be quite frank. I kind of understand why they didn't paint this right here because, well, that's supposed to be a badge. It's supposed to be a swastika. And swastika offensive. It make people go, meh. It make people cry when they see it, even if it is accurate to history or a movie. The people still don't like it. But yeah, I think I would give it a 3.5 out of 5. It's okay. I like it. I'll probably keep this for as long as I can keep it. And it does look like him. Like, even though it's a bit of a goofy face, he is a goofy looking character, to be frank. He is pretty goofy looking. But yeah, 3.5 hearts out of 5. That's what I rate this. I'm sure the Indiana Jones one will look better because he doesn't have glasses on. It's a pretty easy look. If I see Indiana Jones or Indy, I will pick him up next time. But for now, we just got him. If you want to see any more unboxing videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because that is it for today. The Indiana Jones Adventure Collection. Very interesting. I wonder if they're going to make more figures from each of the movies. I'd be interested in that, actually. But yeah, you want to see more unboxing videos? We do figures, slime, reaction videos, ASMR. Like, check out the channel. There's so much to offer. Games, you name it. It's probably on this channel, except for hardcore adult stuff. Even then, we have some 18+ stuff. Go browse, find it, have a look. But until next time, we'll see you later. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so we will see you later. Stay safe, peace out, and bye-bye.